If you feel like you're not understood, then congratulations. That's a beautiful place to be, because you are creating, you are finding yourself and who you are. The only place where discovery is not happening is where someone is not looking. You are looking. You are trying to find that it is that you are. It's like an artist, like a singer trying to find a sound, looking through all the songs that he has or what he wants to project to the world through his music, the type of feeling, the vibe. In the road you will find, on the way. So you are on the way, and right now that might not be translated in a way where we can understand, and sometimes in a way that you can understand. Sometimes we don't know what we're creating, but we know it's hot. We know it's dope. And really, that's all that matters, if you like it. Because sometimes, until everybody knows who you are and what you're doing, until you have some time too, because it's good that that people don't get it right away. Because if they get it right away, that means that they've seen it before, and or that means that you're like, there's no mystery. It's like a girl, as we have seen most girls today. They're too revealing. I was telling my wife this. I'm like, this is too revealing, and we're just gonna be so numb to seeing girls halfway naked or naked that we're gonna be like, oh look, just another, oh I've seen that body before, oh I've seen this before. You remember in the 40s and the 50s where like girls used to be so like, have this like seduction, especially in movies, Hollywood movies, have this seduction and this like, and they were all well dressed up, but you would still feel like more, I don't know about you, but I would feel more towards that than towards so revealing. Not all the time, I'm not gonna lie, but now it gets to the point where we're just like, another girl halfway naked, another, like if you like see performances like in award shows, it's like every girl is like naked or about to be naked, or started off naked, or started off with clothes, then she's naked, oh now she's naked, okay. So it's like too revealing. We already know. So it's good when you're just, there's a certain mystery about you. There's a certain uncertainty. And girls, they love that. And boys too, but girls more in the aspect of relationship, in the aspects of boys and girls. Girls love a mysterious dude, doesn't reveal much, it's not just, that shows confidence, that shows integrity, that shows that I'm not like other dudes, that you're not like other dudes or like other girls. It's both ways, but mostly with girls, we all know that. But yeah, if you're lost right now, there's a beauty in being lost. And I'm talking about art, I'm not talking about something else. There's a beauty in being lost. There's a beauty in not knowing like who you are yet, but on the road and discovering who you are through art. That's a beautiful way to discover who you are, through art, because that's the only way you actually do discover who you are. Through art, you do what it is that you're inclined to do. You do what it is that you feel motivated and feel inspired to do. And through that, on that road, is where you find who you are, and your purpose in life. Because what you like to do is linked to your purpose. My purpose, I always did music and danced, and my purpose is linked to music and dance. It's not linked to something else. Thank God I always, and I had my ups and downs in my life for sure, but thank God, dance and music and writing music was always there and present. It was a thing that I knew, yeah, this is what I do. I love to do it. I'm really good at what that I do it. I felt like sometimes you're so good. No, not that you're so good, because I wasn't so good. I'm better now than I was before. But sometimes you do it so effortlessly. That's the word. Sometimes what you do, what you're gifted at, you do it so effortlessly that you feel like it's whack. That you feel like, everybody can do that. No, not everybody can do that. Not everybody can do like what you do. A lot of people can sing. A lot of people can paint. A lot of people can cook. A lot of people can draw, all that, but not like you. Like, have you seen this guy, Bosniak, right? I think I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but his paintings were so like weird and strange and like crazy. I love him. I loved him as a person. It's kind of like Michael, like where like I love his art, but I loved him as a person. I love Bosniak as a person. He looked like chill. He looked like he was dope. The hair, the mystery, it was all super dope. I like it. But yeah, his art was all like weird, man, like strange. And he obviously caught the eye of that one designer, and he was also weird and strange, So it's like everyone can paint, everybody can do graffiti, everybody can do that, sketch, all that, but nobody can do it like him, though. Nobody had that eye. Nobody had that creativity as he had it, as God installed it in him. And that's not to say that he was better than someone else, but he, through exploration, through the journey of like finding what he liked, what he didn't like, how he wanted to be different, he found who he was. And that's the journey that you have to be on. And I'll conclude also that for the people that are afraid of starting, just start, because it's gonna be whack for sure. When you are in an old house, my wife and I, we went to this like cabin in the woods. Cabin in the Woods. That's a dope movie. But we went to a cabin in the woods, and this place is like an Airbnb, and this place haven't been rented in a long time. And we knew that because when we turned on the faucet, whack water came out, like dirty water, like really bad water. I was like, I ain't drinking that, and we're not washing the dishes with that. I'm like a low-key of a germaphobe. Not low-key, I'm like high-key of a germaphobe. And I was like, we're not washing the dishes with this water. So we washed. That's my white girl from LA. I wrote on Twitter, I was like, I know I have a white girl from Beverly Hills inside of me somewhere. She comes out sometimes. I ain't mean no LGBT type thing, so don't get it twisted. It's just for fun. But yeah, I was like, we're not washing the dishes with this, so we washed it with clean water, drinkable water. I didn't even brush my teeth with that water. Like, that's how bad. Until like a couple of days. It wasn't until like the 4th day that we started seeing clean water. Like 3rd, 4th day, that we started seeing clean water. So that's the same way with anything that you do, with the art that you do. Ed Sheeran spoke about this as well. He said that he wrote 1,000 songs or something like that. If you put Ed Sheeran 10,000 hours, something like that, you can see where he talks about that he put all the whack songs. He wrote so many songs that he threw out all the whack songs, and then he got to like the really good songs. That's the same way. It's like we're like that faucet that hasn't been turned on, and as soon as you turn it on, like when you see a kid, like if you saw anyone in their early stages, we probably didn't see it because they weren't recorded, or those songs never came out. But they would tell you, Russ talks about it all the time. Yo, my songs was whack. I knew why I wasn't blowing up. They were whack. That's quote rocks. Russ, my bad, rocks. I don't know. But he said, yeah, the first songs that I wrote was whack. But then, he got good because he sharpened the blade. The more you do it, the more you sharpen the blade. So, yeah, there's a beauty in being lost in your art. There's a beauty in. Sorry, that bus is crazy. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just mad loud. There's a beauty in not knowing who you are and like people not getting you yet. Like look at Frank Ocean. I believe that we understand him, but we still don't understand him. And we've seen him for years. We have a couple albums. He's already like worldly known. So, and we still don't get him. So, like, and that's cool. Like, we don't get him, but we're like, that's cool that we don't get him. There's only a few artists like that. Because it really has to do with your personality. It's not something. Well, it is something that you can create, of course. But it has to do something with your personality. So yeah, just have fun with that. Have fun with people's like perception of you. This is a game, yo. The whole life is a game. As long as you're not hurting no one, as long as you're not like damaging people with like your art or like making people go the wrong path with your art, just have fun, bro. Have fun with people's perceptions of you. Have fun with like, oh, you think I'm this cool, like feed into that. Oh, you think I'm like feed into people's negativity too. It's not only just the positive. Mostly in an artist's career, like you get both. You can't grow with just only positivity. So you can't feed just on positivity. You gotta feed on negativity, and you gotta feed on negativity because, like, then you getting hit by negativity. It's like, it's like if someone's fighting, right? Like you see somebody squaring up with someone, and they're fighting, and like you see somebody like go in with that right hook, bah, and the dude just like, I ate that, bro. I ate that. Like, and guess what? Now their energy is low. Now you get to come back with the combo and be like, pop, pop, pop. Like, now you know how they swing. You get me? Now you know how your audience swing. Now you know how the people that are watching you swing. So now that you know how they swing, now you can like maneuver through. Like, oh, I understand. If I do this, I know they're gonna do this. I know they're gonna have this reaction. If I do this, I know they're gonna have this reaction. Like, it's a little, what's his name? Melancholy, whatever. I don't know. Not melancholy. What's his name? Whatever. It's a little. Some people might say that's a little dark, but again, not if you're hurting anyone. You're not hurting people, They decided to be emotionally attached to what you do, and that's their prerogative. That's their problem. They decided to be emotionally attached to what you do. They don't gotta be emotionally attached. How many people do whatever they want in social media? And I'm like, okay. And and we're all just like, okay, we don't get emotionally attached. So whoever people get emotionally attached, that's their problem. And like they decided that. But you're not hurting them. They're usually just thinking something of you, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna like be hurt by that because you hurt them intentionally. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making sense. I think I am. But yeah, it's fun, yo. Like just play with that, Oh, and also something that I realized today, because I made a new song. I already had it for like 2 years, 3. I had it like for like 3 years. This song, it was just a guitar. And something that like I love where I'm going right now. I love how I feel right now. I love like, oof, everything feels so uh moody and like vibe, and it connects with my favorite movies. Like, yo, connect. Like, in order to create something authentic and you have to connect with like everything that you like. Like, if you want, I'll give you like a thing. You don't have to do this. You can think about it from the top of your head. It's gonna come because I think there are only a few, but I think writing it down, it will also help you. Like, think about all the songs. Write a list of 10 things. Let's just put 10 things just to put a number, right? But write a list of 10 songs that you really like. That you really like. Like, you're like, man, every time I hear this song, it's like, oh, like I would love to. And this is with anything. This is with any, like, yeah, I can be like, I'm speaking to like artists, like make music or whatever. But this is with anything. This is with anything, because every art impacts and like affect other art. Like, I remember I just heard yesterday how 𝐤𝐧𝐨𝐰𝐢𝐧𝐠 was like, yo, let's make an album for a beer. Let's make an album for a beer. So they went to this beer company, and they were like, yo, him and his friend was like, and he was like, yo, I want to make a soundtrack. He said, let's make a soundtrack to a beer. And he was like, yo, I want to make a soundtrack, an album to your beer. And he was like, but we're not in the music industry. And he was like, yeah, you are in the music industry, because anyone that comes to your bar, anyone that goes to a bar, they're listening to music all day. I've never seen a bar that you go in and they're not listening to music. So you are in the music industry. And they made an album. The caption was that they paid like a free album. He made a free album because they paid for it. And then since they're not in the music industry, he got to keep the rights to the album, whatever. I don't know the story in detail, but I heard it a couple times yesterday. Because I left it like in a loop, but because I was doing something else. But every art affects every art. Like music, if you're a designer, music affected you at some point. If you're a designer, bro, look at the pasarelas, look at the walk. Like, you have to play music, and the music that you decide to play matches with your clothes. Like, you don't play, I'm a Barbie girl. Like, you don't play that, bro. When Calvin Klein is not gonna play that. Saint Laurent, Gucci, Versace, they ain't gonna play Barbie girl on the thing, unless they're like, it's a very hot summer, and like they're like, it's gonna be hot this summer. We're focusing on like beaches and prince and like what's it called, like Barbies and like beautiful women walking in the beach and all that, and they decide to do that. Then okay, cool, that matches. But see, the song has to match the clothes. The song has to match the vibe of the show. So all of our arts affect each other's art. That's why, again, make art that helps, like, not that helps people, like, not like a conscious rapper or like a conscious, but be conscious, be prudent when you're making art. Don't make art that hurts people or that makes people sin. The Bible says that, like, don't do anything that makes other people fall or fall into sin, whatever. Not whatever, but yeah. So yeah, you're so your art, every art impacts other people's heart. So the list, 10 things, right? 10 songs that you like, that you're like, man, when I hear the song, it's like, ooh, like, amazing. Let's do 10 artists too that you like in any field, music, dance, cooking, whatever. Movies, top movies, 10 movies. Very important, because that's where the visuals are. And like, I guess you can include music videos also. And then, man, I don't know. And then like fashion. Yeah, and then fashion. because yeah, the fashion is important. Any type of fashion and whatever type of time. So just look at that, right? Because I remember what's his name, Ruben, right? You know, like not Mark Ruben, the guy that he like, you know, did all these albums and you know what I'm talking about. I can put the name or whatever. But he says that like what you create is just a sum of everything that you have seen and gathered throughout your life. That's what you're creating. Like, we reinvent things, or we see something, get inspired, and then something sparks, and like and then there's the like crazy discoveries that are like rare, but at the same time we know it comes from something. It comes from something, and that's another point that I want to leave probably to the end. But yeah, everything that you're creating, it comes from something. It comes from something. But this is what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna leave it to the end. But I can't see where it comes from. Don't let me see where it comes from. If I can look at your thing and point out to somebody else, especially that is relevant, no, bye. No, bro, don't do that. Girl, whatever, don't do that. I can't see what you do and match it to someone else like right now, that is like that exists right now. Like, and maybe like it has to be in a very creative way. Has to be in a very, I don't know, man. It has to, like, not saying that you can't, but just don't do it to the point where it's like that's that. You get what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I can see how that can have, and I might have not even seen it if this person hadn't pointed out to me, but yeah, I can, yeah, that's something new. Like, it's new. I know where it like sort of came from, but I can still see the essence of the artist behind it. You get what I'm saying? That's, my wife always talks about that. The essence. Yeah, but the essence. Oh, this person. Yeah, but they have no essence. You get me? So it's just like a bunch of things. Like, that's how we kind of like picture like a plant. Like an industry plant or whatever. Low key, but or like, yeah, like an industry plant, because the industry took it and molded it and whatever. You know what I'm saying? We can see that's like a little project, which I don't like calling my things a project anymore, yo. I went through so many group chats. It was like, yo, Yasha project, the whatever, Yasha project, whatever, Yasha project, like, or yeah, like, and I'm like, yo, what's up with all these projects, man? Yo, I don't think nobody has had a change of teams so frequently than I have. Well, for sure, but for sure other people, but like that. I had so many projects, not even funny. There were so many Joshua projects on my phone, on my WhatsApp, so many groups. But anyways, but that's the thing. You gotta continue, You gotta continue. So yeah, I can't see where it comes from, and if I can't see it, it has to be like drowned in your essence. It has to be drowned. That's why I'm saying to make this list, because as soon as you make this list, you gotta know you gotta remind yourself of who you are, what you like. Sometimes we lose sight, and we gotta continue into this feeling. You gotta feel like how I do right now. Every artist needs to feel like how I do right now. Like and I'm not completely there, but I can see it. I'm like, oh snap, I can see it. Yeah. So you gotta feel that, yo. It's dope. And it's like, again, you gotta connect your childhood with everything you used to watch, with this, with that, and be like, yo, this is crazy. So when my family sees it, they're gonna be like, this is so Yashua. Why? Because I can see this, I can see that, I can see this, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, you saw that? Yeah, that's my compilation of everything that I've seen in my life and every art that I've loved. I just put it into one. So yeah, yeah, that's super cool. But but what was I gonna say? Last thing I was gonna say. But yeah, no, man, I forgot what I was gonna say. Dang. Well, I guess that's like part 2 of this video or something. I don't know. Or part 3, because I got part 1. This part 2. Yeah, part 2. Yeah. So yeah, I hope this was useful to you. And yeah, yo, just remember, just create some dope stuff, yo. Just create some lit, man. Don't worry about people not getting you, or you know. My whole career, I've like, not my whole career, but like, I, from when I started to now, people have not like understood me, and like where I was at. And I like, sometimes I'm like, but why don't you understand? I feel like some people were being annoying with that, like just saying that just to say that. But at the same time, I'm like, cool, man. If that's who I am, then let's go with it. Let's go with that, you know. And I always I've always liked mystery. I've always said that mystery follows me. But it's cool. You use it. You're not understanding who you are, or they're not getting you. Use it to your advantage until you find it. Everybody wants everything to be so realized nowadays. It's like, or like your life to be realized. You're 17 years old. You're 18 years old. You're 19 years old. You're still figuring it out, yo. Most of the people that like the older people and whatever that wants you to figure everything out, they don't got to figure it out. That's why they're trying to make you to figure it out, because they haven't figured it out yet, or they never figured it out. So it's like, nah, man, you figure it out on the way. Figure it out on the way. So yeah, I'll leave you with that one. I'll see you later. Yeah, like my new mic. Yeah, I swear, like this camera and this little mic, they're like it's like baby toys. Like it's like a baby toy. Look how beautiful and powerful these little things are, you know. Isn't that cool? What we've created. Glory to God. And glory to God, man. Thank God. Let God remember, you're just a vessel. You're just a vessel. Never think that you was the one, or that you're the one that like creates things. Yes, God has given you the ability to create, but He's the one who sends those downloads. He's the one who sends those downloads. And with what He's giving you, it's like you got the kitchen ready. You got all the utensils and whatever. And then He gives you the receipt, and then He gives you the vegetables, the fruits, or whatever, and then you make whatever it is you want to make, right? Because God never gave us a chair. God never gave us a table. He never gave us a house, but He did give us a tree. God never gave us paper, but He did give us a tree. You get what I'm saying? Get what I'm going with this? God never gave us this, like these buildings built or whatever, but He did give us metal. He did give us fire. He did give us so that we can shape, you know. He never gave us a light bulb, but He gave us electricity. You get what I'm saying? So we receive the download, and then with what we have that He has given us as co-creators with Him, we create that He has planted in our mind. So never think that you're the source. That's what I'm trying to say. Never think that you're the source. You're just the creator. So that's why I'm saying, like, just create, man. Forget about everything else. And yeah, forget about anything else or anybody else that is not in your same vibe or whatever. And the same way, don't forget about them. Just hear what they say. If you hear what they say, I'm not saying that you should always But if you ever get around and you hear what they say or you see what they say, then be like, if it's negative, and be like, oh, okay, cool, that's cool. All right, well, cool. How can this positively benefit me? One, I can take it and I can create something with it, or I can just let it go and it could create strength in me because I let it go. I didn't let that affect me. I didn't let that get into my boat and try to sink me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll see you later. Peace.